entrust them to a third straight victory. The scenery changes to hostile ground as they face off against the Bulls. The Eastern Conference Finals continue.
Eastern Conference Finals action. Boy, and a 2. Take a look at the Bulls. Down 2-0. They got to win tonight to get some traction in the series.
And if they lose this one, you can forget about advancing. And it's more likely you're trying to avoid a sweep. So tonight's all or nothing.
So here's Miami's starting group. Jaime Jaquez is out there with Walker. Then it's Bam Adebayo. Then there's Z, and it's Hardy in at the 2. James, the pass to Nembhard. Driving in. Off with the layup.
Oh, you got to finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Z, good.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from D.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Chicago. It's a 5-point game. Coming to this one after losing on Sunday.
Rough game defensively. I mean, they lost a lot of the individual matchups, and the help was slow to rotate.
And being slow on your rotations is a killer. There's not a team in the league that won't punish you for that.
Z can't get it to go. Here's Chicago. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Billy Donovan gave me a few minutes. I asked Coach about facing off against Bam Adebayo, and he told me the dangerous thing about Bam is his versatility. He's able to play different roles for his team depending on the matchup. And that versatility makes it difficult to game plan against him. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. For Miami, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. It's in. It's his 3rd field goal of the game. He's 3 for 5.
I tell you what, you better watch out, fellas. He is on fire here today.
Nembhard, the pass to James. Collins kicks to Barrett. 8 feet away. It's deflected. To the middle. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Pass to Nembhard. And the foul on Jarace Walker. That's his first foul. There's 31 seconds left to play here in the first. Collins looking around. Pass to White. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. Here's Z. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
Yeah, it's not difficult to figure out why they built this lead. They have been dominant in the paint.
And so it's Miami. 13 points up at the end of the period. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what... And we're back with you, all set to bring you more action from Game 3. And quite a position here for the Heat to be in. What do you guys think?
Throughout the first quarter, they did a great job of just running the offense.
Yeah, and I love to see this kind of communication between teammates. Great player movement, great ball movement.
So with James on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. We've got Wallace. Kobe White is out there with Jordan Poole. Then it's John Collins, and it's Page in at the 4. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Heat?
Well, their game plan has been very effective so far. They're working the ball inside, putting constant pressure on the defense.
And I really liked how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Launches it. Jaquez with the rebound.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Shoots the 3. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And it's blocked. Here we go, one-on-one. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Pass to Poole. Shot to stop the run, and that one is hammered home.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hi, guys. Z in that last game against the Bulls was terrific. He scored 53 points, and he reached that total with some superb shooting from deep. The stats he put up were amazing. He knew nobody could slow him down, and he went to work. Kevin?
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious he was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
Page, no good.
The defense does just enough to alter that shot.
Here's Mitchell. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. And the Heat lead by 17. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group here. Booker, he's checked in for John Collins. R.J. Barrett comes in for Cason Wallace. Andrew Nembhard checked in for White, and James subbed in for Jordan Poole. To the paint. Good ball movement here by Miami. Z. And it's Chicago with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Here's James. Walker with the rebound.
Wow, his shooting woes continue, and it's weighing down this offense.
That one good for 2. 14 points for Z.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
On the wing, Booker, defended by Christie. And Booker kicks to Barrett. Back to James. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. James has got 6.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range. The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Lets the 3 fly. Another miss by James.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Pass to Z. Beyond the arc. Page with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Bulls shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one. And the first one drops. John Collins, he's checked in for the Bulls. Adebayo is checked in for Miami. Jaime Jaquez comes in for Tyler Hero. Both shots good from the stripe. The Heat leading by 17. Here's Z. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Nembhard's shot is good. Nembhard's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Z. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Bulls shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
Second team foul.
And that one falls for Barrett.
At the line for Chicago, R.J. Barrett. 2 shots.
And so Barrett nails both of them. Here's Hardy. Adebayo passes to Z. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. And that's 21 points for Z. And so it's Miami out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. Their transition game has been in full effect. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Vintage teamwork right there tonight. Everyone is looking to be the setup guy.
Yeah, when anyone could be the next to score.
Checking out the circumstances. And that is...
And here we go. Getting back to the action here in the Eastern Conference Final. What a game we're seeing from Z.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
Yeah, he hasn't been settling. He's getting to the rim, and that's him at his best.
Here's who Eric Spoelstra is starting the second half. They've got Hardy. Walker out there with Jaime Jaquez. Then there's Z, and it's Adebayo in at the center position.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
James looking it over. Here's Booker. Jaquez with the rebound. Jaquez has got 4 rebounds in this game. Z, good. Z's got 23 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Onside Barrett. It's Nembhard on the wing. And it's Miami with the rebound.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well. I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, that's one he'd like to have back. Those are the opportunities you have to convert.
Barrett, no good.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving him.
Z, good.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here are the NBA's top scorers during this postseason as shown on the 2K leaderboard. Well, you look at Z, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. James kicks to Collins. Pass to Nembhard. And Adebayo sends it back.
And got to be careful shooting around Adebayo. An athletic big man who gets up as fast as anybody to block shots. Oh, great ball movement there.
For Chicago, they've gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. Very slow start offensively. Here's James. That's tipped. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Bulls moving the ball around to end the cold streak.
Their coaching staff wants Adebayo to be an impact defender, and they've got to be happy with his D on that possession.
Jaquez outside. Walker finds Adebayo. Jaquez. That's in, coming off an assist from Adebayo. That's 10 points for Jaime Jaquez.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Now the Heat with it. They've got a 12-2 run in progress. Here's Z, and the layup's good off the glass. Z's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
Little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Collins. Miami grabs the miss. Jaquez has got 7 rebounds in the game.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
And Adebayo throws it down.
And this is the level of intensity Adebayo brings. He's terrific at channeling that energy on the offensive glass.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Outside, Barrett. Pass to Nembhard. A three-pointer off the mark. Miami has gone 2 of 3 when they ventured outside the arc in the third quarter. And the rejection by Collins.
And that shows you a bit of Collins' all-around game and why he's so valuable at both ends of the floor.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Chicago shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And so Poole will bring it up for the Bulls. So with James on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Coby White is out there with Jordan Poole. Then there's Wallace, and it's De Silva in at the 5, roaming the paint. And Poole gets it to go. Miami's gone downtown 13 times in this game, and they're just over 50%, 7 of 13 on threes. Kersey passes to Z. The 11-footer, rebound by the Bulls.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look, just couldn't finish.
Here's Poole. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%, 5 for 7. Here's Z. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Z's got 32 points in the game.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Here's Poole. Can't cash in from the high post.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert, but that time he just couldn't get it done.
Got a piece of it. Pass to Wallace. About a minute and a half through the 4th quarter now. Here's White. Good D by Mitchell. The Heat have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Heat.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
And the other thing you notice is how committed they've been to playing with the pass, constantly moving that ball from one side to the other.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. The Heat also with the sub. Jones is checked in. Here's Collins. Takes it off the glass. Collins has got his first 2 points of the night.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
Z. And James pulls it down.
Wow, missed opportunity from point-blank range. You got to make those.
And he drives in, and the dunk by James.
Dunks aren't always for the big fella.
A serious power move from the point.
Well, in this league, you can see powerful plays from anyone and anywhere. Your position no longer dictates your scoring options.
Over to the wing, and here's Collins from outside. Connects from three-point range.
And you love how instant Collins' shot can be. Gets a pass and wastes no time in releasing it.
Z can't get it to go. For Chicago, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. And here's Collins from outside. Offensive rebound. Shots good by Booker.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
So Chicago ends up going with the new group. Then for the Heat, Achua, he's checked in for Jones, and it's Lonzo Ball in for Mitchell. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there.
Showcasing his skills with that slam.
He knows how to put the exclamation point on those, doesn't he? My goodness. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight. And the ball goes out of bounds, last touched by Poole. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Outside, Ball. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Here's Z. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Chicago's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth.
And now we can start talking about Game 4. What a magnificent effort and really a significant victory for Miami.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And they're going to roll to their third straight victory to open up these conference finals, giving them a commanding series lead.
Yeah, a sweep seems just about inevitable right now. And with the way they've been playing here in this series, they are building a ton of momentum for the finals, especially if they can close out the sweep in Game 4.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Z.
Well, bottom line, he was just unstoppable at times. Not much you can do when he's playing with that kind of confidence.
Pass to Poole. And that time, also a missed shot. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for Miami. And again, shot good from Z. Z's got 46 points.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. You have to think at this point, up 3-zip.